I'm happy to be here. I'm a state representative for Oak Cliff, Grand Prairie, Cockrell Hill, and Irving. And I'm here because I want to know that we're all a part of this effort. And my part in doing this is the following. Voting Rights Act, Texas. The Voting Rights Act, you know, started in the South in 1965 and only applied to the South. But the Texas folks said, you know, that's a great law, why don't we bring it to the Southwest? And they went and they argued, and they had a great lady to sponsor the amendment, Barbara Jordan. So I can say that I was elected state rep because I'm very handsome. But it's not true. Well, maybe. But the reason it's the case is because of the Voting Rights Act. I'll tell you, in 1991, I was a plaintiff in the lawsuit because the district that I ran in Oak Cliff, was going from Oak Cliff to Irving. But I couldn't get elected. We had to file a lawsuit, redesign it, and go from Oak Cliff to Grand Prairie. The reason we do this law, the reason the law exists, is because it's not just voting, it's also the design of the districts. And what does it have to do with Texas? Ever since the Voting Rights Act, every 10 years we're in court, because according to the judges, Texas discriminates. And because they do, they gotta fix the lines. In fact, we're in court right now. And we'll continue to be in court. Just like was mentioned earlier, another fight we have is the voter ID. And we're gonna win this one. And why are we gonna win? On Voting Rights Act and the voter ID, because we have a great President of the United States, Barack Obama. As I conclude, I want to tell you how important voting is. How important voting is. How important voting is. And let me tell you this. My story on how important voting is because of Texas, Barack Obama won president, right? Well, let me explain real quick. Listen to this one, it's a pretty good story. It's a pretty good story. 40 years ago, Texas, Mexican-American farm workers went to Colorado, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Iowa. And through the years, the farmers said, we're not gonna use farm workers no more. We're gonna use machines. But the Texas Mexican-American farm workers stayed there, and they had babies, and the babies had babies. 40 years later, everybody says in the battleground states, Barack Obama wins Colorado, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Iowa. And he wins President of the United States. And guess what? He did. Texas had a big impact. Texas voters count. Gracias a Dios. Que Dios los bendiga. Keep on trucking. Muchas gracias. Thank you.